welcome to the Bella Botanicals Cosmetic Kitchen. I'm so incredibly excited to be with you here today and to be in the space that I've been working on for quite some time now. It's so exciting for me to be able to share this with you all. And to celebrate this new space, I wanted to come on here and show you all how to do my DIY yogurt face mask. So this is a face mask that I have been using now for quite some time, and I have just seen so many great results from using it on a regular basis. So what I want to do today is explain to you how to make this DIY yogurt face mask and what the benefits are of using these individual ingredients and why they can be so effective when used topically on the skin. So let's get started. So for the first thing that we're going to need today for our DIY yogurt face mask is my Bella Botanicals Rose Clay Face Mask. So this clay is going to create the base for our mask today. This clay has rose clay, white kaolin clay, it's got aloe colloidal oatmeal, which is very soothing on the skin, and it's also got a little bit of finely ground pumice to give you a little bit of exfoliation, which is very important to a healthy skin barrier. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the rose clay face mask and we're going to use a half a tablespoon in our mixture today. And set that aside. Next, we are going to add our probiotic rich, organic, grass-fed yogurt. So it's important with the probiotic rich yogurt you're using that it does not have any flavors and is completely all natural, and you do want something with a whole milk because that's going to be the best for probiotics. So we all know that probiotics are good for our gut. They introduce good bacteria into our gut, which allows our gut to function optimally. When our gut functions optimally, the rest of our body tends to run and function better, and that includes the barrier of our skin. So not only is the probiotic good when we ingest it, but it's also very good when we apply it topically to the skin. So probiotics are also going to be beneficial to the bacteria that is on your skin. They're going to help the good bacteria flourish, and this really just creates a good functioning skin barrier and can really help with things such as rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, acne, if I didn't say that already. So tons of really, really good things from probiotics that we put topically on our skin. So for this mixture today, I'm going to use about a tablespoon of our probiotic rich yogurt. Next, I'm going to use avocado. So I actually pre-blended this avocado so it's nice and creamy. You could try to just do it with a fork. It's just gonna go on a little chunky, but the reason why we're using avocado in this DIY skin mask today is because avocado is just chock full of wonderful essential fatty acids that are so good when applied topically to your skin. The reason why a mask like this is great to do DIY, you can grab things out of the refrigerator and use them, is because you're never going to find something this rich in nutrients off of the shelf. Because as you know, avocados and yogurt don't have the greatest shelf life because they are so rich in nutrients. They just don't keep. So that's why avocado is another wonderful ingredient to use in our DIY face mask today. So same thing, I'm going to use about a half a tablespoon, I'll say, of the pureed avocado. And then lastly, in our face mask today, we are going to use some organic raw honey. So if you are not aware, honey is so incredibly good applied topically to the skin. We want raw honey because raw is going to mean we have not pasteurized out of a lot of the essential nutrients and composition and bacteria within the honey that's going to make it beneficial for our skin. Notice how I keep talking about bacteria. And here's the thing, you guys. Bacteria is all over and it's all around us and it is all over our body. The thing is, we have to keep it in check. We need to keep the good bacteria thriving and the bad bacteria at bay. And that is what's going to allow our skin to function at its best. So, this is also going to be a great humectant, which means it has the ability to pull and lock moisture into the skin. So in our clay face mask today, it's a perfect additive to really allow that mask to stay a little bit more wet on the skin, and then we can keep it on for a little bit longer, which is ideal. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do about a half teaspoon of honey in our face mask. So now that I've got all of the ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and mix it all up. So it might take a couple minutes to get it nice and mixed up. And really, you know, you can cater the portion of everything that you use in this mask to really suit what's going to be best for you or just what you like better. There is no perfect amount of each ingredient to use. And then if you are doing this face mask with, say, a friend, or maybe your daughter wants to join along, or your son or your husband, because they could benefit from this too, just do a bigger batch. So keep in mind, with all of these things, you always want to make sure to apply it prior in its natural form, just to make sure you don't have any skin sensitivities or reactions to any of these ingredients. It's always something to keep in mind when we're applying things topically on our skin. And this can go for things that we may ingest and do fine with, but the skin can sometimes be a little bit different. So now we've got our mask all blended up, and now it's time to apply. So I am going to use this little headband here so I don't get it all over my hair. See? I'm going to take my brush and I am going to brush this wonderful probiotic rich rose clay face mask all over my face. Now, we really just want to get a nice thin layer. It doesn't need to be too incredibly thick. And once I feel like I've got a good layer on there, I'm going to go ahead and actually use my fingers so I can get a little bit of the benefit from the granules in the clay face mask that are going to help exfoliate the skin. All right, so we've got the face mask on. With this face mask, because we have a lot of humectants like our honey, and we've got a good yogurt It's gonna be able to stay on your face a little bit longer than if you were just using this clay face mask with water. When you do it with water, I always say about 5 minutes, or when it starts to get really dry. You don't want the mask to dry out too much, because then it is gonna pull all the moisture out of your face and your skin's gonna get dry and tight, and that is not what we want to accomplish. So with this face mask, we can actually leave it on for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'll see you back in a little bit. A tip that I have for you as your face mask starts to dry is to squirt a little bit of the Witch Hazel facial toner onto the mask. This is going to allow the mask to stay a little bit more wet for longer, and therefore you can keep it on a little bit longer, and the better that will be for your skin. So we'll come back in 20 minutes. And we're back. 20 minutes passed, and I went ahead and I washed my DIY yogurt face mask off. It felt great while it was on. Halfway through, I did spray some of the Witch Hazel facial toner on there to just kind of hydrate it. And I wanted to explain to you now what I do after I wash that off my face. So after I get done with the face mask, I like to tone. So one thing that I like to do is I like to spray it onto a cotton round and then go like this. This is just gonna make sure I didn't miss anything, you know? I'm getting all those particles off of my skin so that when I apply my moisturizer, it's just gonna be that much more effective. Hydrosols are just wonderful for your skin. This one has lavender and witch hazel. It's also got willow bark extract, which has salicylic acid, so that's going to kind of work to chemically exfoliate the skin, which is a very important thing to consider also. So then after that, I do like to spritz. So one thing that I did not mention to you is that when you apply the face mask, you also want to do your neck and your chest. I did do that, but I forgot to show you on the video. So do keep that in mind. The same thing goes for all of your skincare products. When you're using them, you go to the tits. Remember that, to the tits. So that just means you're getting your neck and your décolleté, your chest area also, because this is hit by the sun a lot and takes a lot of abuse and a lot of damage. So you'll see people that have just like these beautiful faces. You can tell they've taken great care of their skin, but then they've got like this saggy, wrinkly neck and chest, because we forget that we also need to take care of the chest and the neck. So when I use the toner, spray it all around, then I'm going to apply the Moisture Boost Facial Serum. So this serum is kind of like my go-to for all things. I use it as a base in my skincare routine. And the reason why I say base is because you can build off of it. You can take the Moisture Boost Facial Serum, and if you're feeling extra dry, you can apply some of the antioxidant facial oil with CBD on top of it. You can also use the acid gel, and that I recommend actually using under the Moisture Boost Facial Serum because that product is all water. And then lastly, gotta put on some Nature's Kiss lip balm, guys. I don't know what I would do without this stuff, and that's no joke. So that completes our segment of this DIY yogurt face mask. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all try this at home. Follow up with me and let me know what you think. If you guys want to try this at home, you'll need to purchase the main ingredient, which is my Bella Botanicals rose clay face mask. And you can do that by going to www.mybellabotanicals.com. You'll find it listed there. Also, follow us on Facebook at mybellabotanicals and Instagram at mybellabotanicals. I am so glad you guys tuned in today. Thank you so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.